We've got our paddles, we've got our ball. So you know what that means?
Time to play pickleball.
That is right, and today we are getting a step-by-step tutorial from our pickleball instructor, Sandy. How are you?
I'm good, thank you very much.
I'm very excited to be here because I have to say I'm a newbie at the sport, but today you're going to give us all the rules on and off the court and also ensure that we're playing with keeping safety in mind.
Absolutely.
So first, let's talk about what pickleball is, what kind of sport is it, and what does it kind of resemble from other sports?
It's kind of a combination of tennis, badminton, and ping pong. This is like a big ping pong court here. The difference between this and tennis is tennis, you're in a large court, you have a lot of territory to cover. This is a small court, which leads it to be a very social game.
Tell us, why else has this sport been growing so much in popularity?
You know, it really started first with older people.
Yeah.
Everybody thought it was an old person's game, but it's really developed into a really young person's game.
Yeah.
Because it's fast. You have to stay engaged in the game here. For the older people, it keeps us engaged, it keeps us social. A lot of people maybe have lost a spouse. We've had many older people come over here that have lost a spouse and they're like, don't know what to do with themselves. They get in here and it's like saved their lives. And you can really play this game at any level. As you develop more skills, you'll develop more strategy to the game. And that's the big thing that I think that intrigues the young people, is it's the quickness of that game.
I love that, and you get to see that every day here on this court. Now, I have to say, we talk about safety. Now, as fun as pickleball is, sometimes we can get injuries on the court. What are some do's and don'ts that we have to keep in mind when we're playing pickleball?
Well, the first thing I tell my students is their shoes. They need to have a flat shoe. They need to have a court shoe, not a running shoe. The running shoes get you a little too high, and the edge you can, catch it, you can fall. Running backwards. The biggest thing that people are doing, a mistake that they're making, is when they go for a ball and they start to go back and they start to run backwards, and they're looking up, and then their balance goes back, and then they fall backwards and hit their heads. There's been a lot of severe injuries from that. That's probably the most common injury. The other thing is when people are going for a ball and they think that they can get it, and they think just reach a little bit further, and then they go down. So you've got to really put yourself in perspective as to what your skills are compared to what is out here doing.
Yeah, which is really true. And sometimes when you get so lost in the game and you're getting so excited, sometimes that safety, I was going to say goes through the roof, goes off the court.
It does.
But we got to make sure we keep that in mind. And speaking of, the weather is on our side today, so we have the perfect environment to play this. But what's also great is that we can do this throughout the seasons.
Yeah, we've got a lot of places. There's places been picking up and building everywhere. Not only the outdoor courts are getting into every community, but we have a lot of indoor facilities. We have the Michigan Athletic Club, we have Court 1. There's another place over across town called the Arena. A lot of the community centers over in South Lansing, I know, are putting activities in like that. They have done other things like arts and crafts. Now they're putting pickleball courts in their gyms. The schools are doing it. I used to teach high school phys ed, and I started doing it before it became popular. I was teaching it in my classes, and then when I left there, I found out what the real game is what was really going on with the game, and started playing with some people here that were in Florida over the winter, and then we just built the game from there. And because it just catches on so quick. It's addicting. It is addicting. You get out here and you play once, people go, oh, I'm feeling good. They come out and they play once and they just go crazy. They're like, I gotta get on the court again.
Well, with that being said, it's going to be my very first time playing pickleball. So Sandy, I think it's time for us to get started.
Okay, let's go.
Let's do it. We'll be right back after a short break.